Okay, my beautiful friends, it is that time. You and me, we got to get to work. I got Coco over here on my lap. He's moving around a little bit. I'll show him to you later again. Anyway, people, look, here's the story. The Federal Reserve is switching its narrative with regard to inflation, and I find this actually very troubling. What am I talking about? You probably know already. We've heard this word transitory with regard to inflation now since the beginning. It was all a lie. And they repeated this lie, I don't know, thousands of times. I told all of you from the onset here that this was not transitory. I mean, it's getting all kinds of coverage. It's not just Greg Mannarino. It's the major investment banks, the hedge funds, fund managers, anyone who understands what's going on here knew from the get-go this would not be transitory. And like I covered yesterday in my Markets A Look Ahead, last month we witnessed a surge of inflation, well, the highest ever in history, the fastest pace in history, and it's not going to stop. So here's the deal. This is what the Fed is doing. They're moving from their transitory narrative, are you ready? I hope you're sitting down for this, to contained. Have you heard that word before? Contained? Yeah, the Federal Reserve is now saying, well, maybe it's not transitory, it's contained. We heard the same thing out of the mouth of then chair thing, Ben Bernanke, talking about, the housing bubble meltdown. It would be contained to subprime. You remember that? So to me, when you hear these kinds of little phrases come out of the mouth of the Federal Reserve, you know there's a big problem. And people, look, this is all by design. All of it. It's not contained, and they know it's not contained. The Federal Reserve has been desperate to create inflation. This is what they've been trying to do. Henceforth, why they continue to run their inflation creation machine at full speed. And I don't care what they do, whether it's this month, next month, the month after, they're going to taper, token taper, it's not going to make any difference whatsoever. The floodgates of inflation have been opened, and once that occurs, and they were well aware of it, you can't stop it. It can't be stopped. No amount of tapering is going to stop the second wave of inflation that's already hitting us, and I told you it would, to get monumentally worse. Look, what is really going on here is something I have explained since like forever, people. It's an elimination. It's an extermination. It's a slaughter of an entire class of people here. The people at the lower rung, they're already done, okay? The rich and the well-off, they can handle this stuff. The middle class here is the group of people that is under direct attack, okay? They are bringing about, by design, a new feudal system like I have explained to you since time in freaking memorial. You understand? It's all about control, and you know that. Anyway, so this narrative now going from, well, it was transitory to contained, that bothers me. It literally sends chills down my spine, honestly. Anyway, let's move forward to the markets this morning. Stock futures are higher across the board. We're looking at new record highs today, right at the open, okay? No surprise yet again. This market it's insane, and it's gone stupid, like I've said recently. Let me touch on this real quick. We had that drop in crude oil. I covered this. We went from 85 to like 80, and they bought that dip right up. We do not get normal corrections anymore. We get these like flash corrections. It's an amazing thing to see. Market too. Market drops, bam. The next day it gets bought up again, or maybe 2 days later. We don't get a correction that lasts weeks or even months anymore. It's a flash correction. So with regard to crude oil, maybe we just witnessed the correction, because right now crude oil is getting bid higher. It's like $84 a barrel. I told all of you, mark my words here, people. And I think I was out here saying it before anybody else. We're going to get, a surge in crude oil people aren't going to believe, going definitely over $100 a barrel at this point. So just be ready for that. And what is it going to do? It's going to push the market higher. The phenomenon of the markets, it's some kind of an epic freak show, is going to continue until it doesn't. So stop thinking about when this market's going to crash or melt down, and turn off any imbecile, okay, who's trying to tell you, oh, the market's going to crash on this date at this time. Duh. Seriously, you got it, right? So the setup here, again, is with crude oil getting propped up, suppressed rates from here to eternity, all right? And this surging, absolutely out of control inflation. Well, where's the market going to go? You tell me. You tell me where the stock market's going to go. It's going to go lower? Really? Oh, let me in on that little secret of how it's supposed to work that way, because it's not going to. The easy money's not going to stop. And every single dip, we're going to get these flash dips, and they're all going to get bought up. It's flash corrections. It's the way it's going to go. It's a freak show of the highest possible order. Even Coco knows it. You want to see him? Look, I'll show him to you real quick. Here's Coco again. I tell you, my dog's the best. I'll let you go back to sleep. Anyway, oh, he's going to sleep. So that's the story with that. So we got stock futures right now pointing towards a higher open. We got the 10-year yield slightly higher, dollar fractionally lower, MMRI about 91 right now. Keep your eyes on that MMRI. Keep your eyes on crude oil, people. You just look at those two things. Just those two now. Okay, it used to be the unholy trinity. Now it's just maybe the unholy, whatever the heck you want to call it. You look at those two things, people, and you're going to know where this market's going to go. And you can laugh in the face of any freak who's trying to tell you different. Because this guy has kept you on the right side of this market for a very, very long time, and I will not stop. Let's move forward here. Gold and silver right now are catching a bid. Not much, a little. Cryptocurrencies are slightly higher, but they've been stuck in a range for a while. And again, I'm going to say it, and I know you don't want to hear it, but cryptos are going much, much higher. Some of you want to hear it. Some of you hate hearing that. Every time I say it, I get slammed with, "Oh, Greg, you're wrong." And guess what? I've not been wrong one time. So ignore those people too. The crypto haters, they're brain dead. They have no idea what they're looking at. They don't want to capitalize on things. Look, I'm all about capitalizing on anything. I don't care what it's called. I don't care if it's a new thing. Whatever it is, an old thing, just if I see opportunity in something, I'm going to pounce on it. Why? Because I'm a lion. Coco's a lion too. Anyway, that's the story with the markets here today, people. It's out of control. Literally, I'm getting chills thinking about the new narrative, contained. You've got to be kidding me. But look, like I always say, make it up. Try to make this stuff up, people. I dare you. Can't happen. All right, people, look, you know what today is? Honestly, today is the 1st. And on the 1st of every month, I ask you to support my work. All right? If you think Greg is doing a good job and, you should support me, I would so appreciate that. In the description of this video are 2 links if you choose to support my work. And I say, just send me $5. $5. There's a PayPal link. And if you want to send me cryptocurrencies, you know I love crypto. You can send me crypto as well on the other link. So again, people, consider supporting my work. I work very hard at trying to bring you the best actionable information that you're going to find out here. And I think I've done a good job at doing that. And I will continue to do that. Like I always say, if you allow me to keep you on the right side of this, no matter what happens, well, I'm going to do it. And you could turn off all those freaks out here who I think have actually hurt a lot of people with their dog shit. The market's going to crash tomorrow. Look, the market's going down. Not only is the market going down, the market's going to go down on an epic scale. It's just not now. I will let you know when I think it's time to run for the hills. There's just no doubt about that. I know what I'm looking at, and I talk to everybody. You understand? So you got me, honestly, to help you get through this, and I will. I promised you that years and years ago, and I will keep that promise. Again, people, please support my work. $5. I think this is worth this $5 a month. Anyway, with that said, I'll see all of you later, and I am out of here, and I'm gonna go walk Coco.